Hi everyone, so sorry about my voice, I'm still pretty sick. So this was a really requested video. It was how to make a trifold wallet. And in this video I'm going to be showing you all the different styles of pockets. So there's the vertical pockets, a hidden pocket, and then the horizontal pockets. And then of course an ID slot. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and it will fold evenly on both sides. So yeah, let's get to the tutorial. And I almost forgot to show you supplies. So first up, as always, you're going to need duct tape. I have a wallet color and then a trim color. And I chose contrasting colors so it's easier to see than this one. I made this one and I realized like this is so hard to see. So I'm going to make it again. And these are both going to be on chatterscloset.com underneath handmade crafts. So if you would like to buy these, that would be awesome. Support my college tuition. So, and you're going to need an X-Acto knife or scissors, or you can use both. Sometimes I use both. And then a cutting mat or a ruler. And you can get a cutting mat. I got this cutting mat at Walmart in the sewing section, and it was only $10. And I got this X-Acto knife at Joann's, and it was also only $10. So now, let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so now I'm taking 2 pieces of 8 1/4 inches tape. So, and I'm going to line them up so that they are 3 3/4 inches tall. It might be a little shorter than 3 3/4 inches, but it depends on how big you can get it. It can be shorter. Just make sure it can't be shorter than 3 1/2, or else cards won't fit. 3 1/2 is cutting it really close too. So what we're making now is this piece of the wallet. So this is your inner piece where all your card pockets are going to go. So you don't really have to line it up since you're going to have tons of things covering it, and you won't even be able to see it because of the pieces of tape you put down here for the ID. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my billfold color, which I'm going to use green, and just cover that up. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that piece now. Okay, so I decided I want my card color, the pocket color, to be green, and I'm going to do my trim as teal. So what I did, you need a 2 1/2 piece of tape, and you're going to need 2 pieces of 2 1/2 piece of tape for each card pocket that you do. So I'm going to go ahead and you just put it on top like this, and there's your little vertical card pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and make one more of these, and then I'll come back and we'll do the hidden pocket. Okay, so for the hidden pocket, you're just going to take your 2 pieces of tape and line them up to be 3 3/4 inches, and then you just take the other pieces and cover it up on the back. So you want to make sure that it's the same size as your wallet. So if you chose to do 3 1/2 inches, then make sure that your hidden pocket is 3 1/2. So now that we have these, I'm just going to go ahead and trim them, and then I'll come back and show you how to do the other pockets. Okay, so I trimmed everything. So I trimmed all the cards. And I made these and I trimmed them. They're just the exact same as on a bifold. Just one sheet that's 3 3/4 inches. So now what we're going to do, before you put on the card pockets, you're going to use your ruler and just line up your wallet. You're going to make a slit mark at 2 3/4 and at 5 1/2. And you're going to make that slit mark on the top and bottom. And this helps it close evenly, and it also helps so you can see where to fold it. So you make these lines, and then when you can use the lines to position your cards so you know that they're evenly on their side. Okay? So for your card pockets, you're just going to put them on normally. So just, one here, with a piece of tape holding this down. But for your vertical pockets, you're not going to tape this one down. So the reason is because if you taped it down, it would stop right here, and it wouldn't fit. when you don't tape it down, it goes all the way and it's able to sit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll tape this down. And what you're going to do, you're just going to place these on wherever you want them to go. And then whichever side, so I'm putting mine on the left side of the wallet, which means I need to tape down the right side because this is where your card's going to go into. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now that I have that done, I just made the little slits for the pockets. And now what you're going to need to do is take a piece of 8 1/4 inches of tape, cut it in half, and I'm just going to place this at the top here, just making sure everything's even. Okay, it's a little uneven here, looks like. It'll be fine. Okay. Then just fold this over. And now, again, just make the slits that you need. So one at the pockets and then one at your hidden pocket. And now we're going to do the ID slot. So I'm just going to take a piece of my pre-cut plastic. And I need to trim it down a little bit. Cut yours to about 3 1/2 inches. Alrighty. And I'm just going to center it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take a piece of tape and cut it to be as long as my ID, which is exactly 3 1/2. That was lucky. Alright. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm just going to quickly grab my trim color. I'm just going to trim it off really quickly. And then I'm going to come back to you once I'm done with that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my ID and I'm going to place it on, just making sure that it's even. And I'm just going to use the same piece of tape that I had cut before, just use the other half of it. And just trim it out. So I'm just putting it down here, making sure that I'm covering up all of the checkered so that you can only see green through the ID. And I'm just going to do the same thing for the other side. So it should look something like this when you're done. Alright. So there you go. And then I'm just going to cut these pieces off. Okay, so I have my billfold color. It's just flipped over now. It's just 8 1/2 by 3 3/4, just as usual. And now I'm going to place a 9 1/4 inch piece of tape, a 1/2 inch to the right, a 1/2 inch below, and a 1/2 inch to the left. And then stick that on. Now to line it up, just taking a piece of tape and making sure it's nice and lined. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that exact same thing and just trim it off at the same markings. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing as I just did for this piece with the last piece. And then I'll come back. Okay, so I went ahead and just cut out my boxes like I do in every single video. So this is my bottom, and you should have a very large piece left for your top. So since this is checkered, I'm just going to cut it and just follow along this line. So this should be about my 1/4 of an inch trim. So there you go. And then I'm just going to fold it over. Get this piece out of my way. I don't need this, I'll just throw it away. And then, just like every other video, I'm just going to make sure that this is nice and lined up so that it's straight. Make sure my top is straight. And just fold it over. Alright, and now I'm going to do the other side. And again, just check to make sure that your top is straight, your pockets are straight, and then just fold your piece over. And now for the last part, just the bottom. And now you're just going to cut slits for the pocket. Oops, I missed a spot. And you're going to cut a slit for your hidden, and then a slit for each of your pockets over here. So this is your final wallet. It looks very nice, all lined up. It looks like this on the inside. And for your pockets, you should have 1, 2, a hidden. You're going to have your ID, and then you should have, and then it should fold nicely. Boom. Your 2 pockets, like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and please favorite this video. Also, if you would like to buy these 2 wallets, I'm going to be putting them on cheddarscloset.com underneath the handmade section. So please buy these. It really helps me out. And yeah, so that's basically it. Bye.